World Series is set. It is going to be the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. To tell you the truth, I couldn't think of a worse World Series matchup. The Rays are only there because the Yankees had a biased dumping Game 5 of the ALDS, so they don't deserve to be there. And the Dodgers, I don't like the Dodgers either. So, great. It's going to be interesting. But this is the World Series park battle. So the representative from LA is going to be Knott's Berry Farm. And the representative from Tampa is going to be Bush Gardens Tampa. Airtime Thrills did a video, which you've all probably seen by now, for the NBA Finals. That was Magic Mountain versus Bush Gardens Tampa. So a lot of you guys were saying in the comment section you should do Knott's Berry Farm to him. So I decided to do that right now. Because if I do the same thing as he did, that would be kind of dumb because you've all seen the outtake of that. But for this first park battle, there's going to be many sections, and I'm just going to explain it. It's a little different from Coaster Studios, a little different from Airtime Thrills. I feel like it's in the middle of all the park battles. So the coaster section is going to be pretty similar to Coaster Studios. 1/4 point for a kiddie coaster, 1/2 point for a family coaster, 1 for a thrill coaster, 2 for a high thrill coaster, and 3 for the best coaster in the park. And then 1 for a dark ride, 1 for a log flume, 1 for a drop tower, 1 for thrill rides, 1 for family rides, 1 for park atmosphere, 1 for transportation rides, and any extra points, if a park like Hershey Park has Zoo America and has Hershey's Chocolate World, all included. So yeah, I count that as 2 extra points for Hershey in the end. But to start this park battle off, I will be giving Busch Gardens Tampa -1. Because they don't deserve to be there. The Yankees should be there. Let me just say, Tampa doesn't belong there. They not better than the Yankees. Can't wait till next year, 2021, when the Yankees crush them, and it'll be funny because everybody will realize they don't belong there, and it's just a freak season. Bad ump. And I will be giving Knott's Berry Farm -0.5 to start. It's because they have Mookie Betts, and once a Red Sox, always a Red Sox. So, -0.5 for LA. So, to start the coaster section off, we have Cobra's Curse versus Sierra Sidewinder, the 2 spinning coasters of the park. These are both equally good rides. I've heard a lot of great things about Sierra Sidewinder. But I will be giving the point to Busch Gardens. And now Busch Gardens is at -0.5. And Knott's Berry Farm is at 0.5. Because this is the family coaster category, so it will be worth 0.5 points. And now, let's get into a high throw category. This is going to be the dive coasters. This will be worth 2 points. So we got SheiKra from Busch Gardens Tampa versus Hang Time at Knott's Berry Farm. These rides are really different, but they're both dive coasters, so I included them here. And I'm going to say Hang Time is the winner for being a more original layout, and all around just a better ride. So now, Busch Gardens Tampa has -0.5, while Knott's Berry Farm has 1.5. Now let's get into the thrill category. So, this is worth 1 point, and it's going to be Sand Serpent and Coast Rider. These are the 2 Wild Mouse coasters, and Sand Serpent's a regular Wild Mouse, while Coast Rider has the drop and then goes into the switchbacks. So Coast Rider will be getting the point. And now it is 2.5 to -0.5. Knott's Berry Farm in the lead. Now let's get into another high thrill category. This time we have the 2 B&M inverts. We have Montu and Silver Bullet. Both of these rides are absolutely outstanding. Very original rides. But I will be giving the point to Montu for the Batwing and diving in and out of the trenches. Because I think that is really cool. Now Knott's Berry Farm is up 2.5 to 1.5. And now we have the best coasters in the park category. I have selected the 2 intense launch coasters. This will not be Cheetah Hunt. Cheetah Hunt won't be on this because there's multiple launch coasters. It will be Tigers versus Accelerator. This is a little bit of an unfair matchup, but then again, I need to put a matchup like this, so Accelerator will easily be taking the point and will gain 3 points for Knott's Berry Farm. And now the score is 5.5 to 1.5. Knott's Berry Farm way in the lead. Now let's get into the throw category. We have Cheetah Hunt versus Pony Express. This is an easy one for me. It's Cheetah Hunt all the way. Pony Express, too short of a ride, and Cheetah Hunt's completely original and a really cool ride. So Bush Gardens will be getting a point there, and now the score is 5.5 to 2.5. Let's get into another throw category. Scorpion versus Montezuma's Revenge. This is worth 1 point, and I will be giving the point to Montezuma's Revenge for being one of the last few Schwarzkopf shuttle loopers in the world. And I've heard great things about it, so now Knott's Berry Farm is up 6.5 to 2.5. And now one more best coasters matchup. So one of these coasters hasn't been built yet, which is Iron Gwazi. But this ride looks absolutely fantastic, so I just had to give Busch Gardens this coaster to give him a chance. And versus Ghost Rider. This is a little bit of a weird matchup because Ghost Rider is a CCI wooden coaster retracked by GCI a couple years ago, and Iron Gwazi is a hybrid. Technically, they were both fixed up, I guess, so kind of makes sense. But no doubt, the point's going to Iron Gwazi. This ride looks like one of the best coasters in the world, top 5. It doesn't look like it's going to top Steel of Engines, but it still looks like an absolutely outstanding ride. So Iron Gwazi has earned its park 3 points. Now the score is 6.5 to 5.5. And Busch Gardens is catching up. So now let's get into a kiddie coaster matchup worth 0.25 points, so a quarter of a point. We got Air Grover versus Timberline Twister. Air Grover goes in like 2 cycles, I think, and it's a longer ride, so I will be giving the point to Air Grover. And now the score is 6.5 to 5.75. And now let's get into the extra coasters that I couldn't find a matchup for. So for Knott's Berry Farm, it's Jaguar, which is a family coaster, so it'll be earning Knott's Berry Farm 0.5 points. So now it is 7 to 5.75. But Busch Gardens has one fantastic extra coaster, which you have to include, and that is Kumba. It is a high throw coaster, so it will be earning Busch Gardens 2 points and putting it in the lead. 7.75 to 7. Busch Gardens takes the lead. So now let's get into the drop towers category. The drop tower for Busch Gardens is Falcon's Fury, one of the best drop towers in the world. Hangs you face down right before the drop. And that is where Supreme Scream at Knott's Berry Farm, which is an SNS launch drop tower. But Falcon's Fury will obviously be getting the point. It's worth 1 point. And the score is 8.75 to 7. And now let's do thrill rides. This is worth 1 point. And Busch Gardens Tampa is really lacking in thrill rides. They have no thrill rides at all. So I'll be giving the point to Knott's Berry Farm, which has the Revolution, Wipeout, and Soul Spin. These aren't great thrill rides, but it's something. So now it is 8.75 to 8. And another category that I added is the log flume. I love log flumes and think that they are great additions to parks. So I will be judging the log flumes here. So Stanley Falls at Busch Gardens has 2 drops that are great. And Timber Mountain Log Ride also has 2 drops. But Timber Mountain Log Ride is really, really well themed. If you haven't seen a POV of it, see one. It is really well themed. So I'll be giving it to Timber Mountain Log Ride for Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm retakes the lead 9 to 8.75. Now let's go to the dark rides category. Another category Busch Gardens Tampa is completely missing. They have no dark rides. While Knott's Berry Farm has the Coleco Mine Ride and a shooting dark ride called Return to Fair, something like that. I'm not entirely sure on the name. And Coleco Mine Ride is highly themed, so I'll be giving Knott's Berry Farm another point. And it is 10 to 8.75. Knott's Berry Farm with a big lead. Now let's go to the family rides category. This is kids rides too. Everything except coasters and thrill rides. So, Busch Gardens has 11 family rides, while Knott's Berry Farm has 26 family rides. So I'll be giving the point to Knott's Berry Farm, which now the score is 11 to 8.75. So in the next category, we have the transportation rides. So Busch Gardens Tampa has a Sky Ride and the Serengeti Express, which both lets you see the animals, and the Sky Ride actually goes right through Cheetah Hunt, which is really cool. And the Serengeti Express lets you see animals. And then for Knott's Berry Farm, you have the Grand Sierra Railroad, and you have the Coleco Railroad, and they have like a stagecoach. I'm not sure if you actually it actually transports you to another section of the park, but it's still cool. So at this point, I will be giving it to Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens has 9.75 and Knott's Berry Farm has 11. Now let's get into our last category, theming. So both these parks are pretty well themed, but Knott's Berry Farm is amazingly themed. It actually looks really, really good. Like Timber Mountain Log Ride, fantastic looking ride, and it really just looks like a really, really nice park with some good theming. So the point will go to Knott's Berry Farm. The score is 12 to 9.75. So now, in a normal park battle, it will be over. But there is some extra stuff here. Busch Gardens Tampa has animals that you can see, and it's really cool. Highly suggest doing it. So I will have to give Busch Gardens Tampa at least 1 point for this. But I will be giving it another point because it's transportation rides. Well, for the transportation rides, I really just judge the transportation of them. While Busch Gardens transportation rides, they transport you, but it's like not a great transportation. You ride them as a ride. And you get to see so many different kinds of animals, especially from the Serengeti Express. You go right over the animals with the Sky Ride, so I will have to give it another point there. So it's earning 2 points. And now, the final score is Knott's Berry Farm, 12 points. And Busch Gardens Tampa, 11.75. By 0.25 of a point, Knott's Berry Farm wins. Which means the Dodgers will hopefully win the World Series because the Rays don't belong to be there, as I said before. As much as I don't like the Dodgers, I'd rather have them than the Rays. Just really don't like Mookie Betts. But that will be the outcome of the World Series. And these two amazing parks went face-to-face today, and one came out on top. So that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.